What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Sunday. It is March 31st. We are back with our first Sunday slate of the year. Now, if you're not used to this, it will lock at 12:35 Central, 1:35 Eastern for the main slate. So you definitely need to check that out. You need to check out everything we have on FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Been absolutely killing it the first couple of days. You guys have even said so. If you want to go check out yesterday's video, go check that out. But if you're new to the channel, we try to have giveaways every single day. 2 ways to win on MLB. Go check out our NBA video as well, because you have another 2 ways to win there. So 4 times a day you could probably win, and I'll let you know what it is. The first way to do it, like the video, be a subscriber, and tell me, or actually just leave a comment. That's all for the first one. That's all you got to do. That way the comment picker can pick you up if we get at least 50 likes. So if we get at least 50 likes on a video, someone will win a free week of DFS content. If we get at least 100 likes on a video, someone will win a monthly pass. If we get 125 likes, that's a free year, and 150 or more likes on a video, that is a free $500 lifetime pass, which we had a giveaway the other day for that. So yesterday's video actually got, well, the second way to win, like the video, be a subscriber, tell me who's going to hit a home run and what inning they're going to hit it in and the distance traveled. So that can count as your comment as well. If you get it correct, the player in the inning, you will win a free week of DFS content. We can have multiple winners for that as well. So yesterday's baseball video got 112 likes. So someone will win right now a free month. So we're going to check that out. We've got all the comments in there, and this will show who the winner is. So hopefully you are watching this video. So congratulations to Michael Barnes 6589. So Michael just won a lifetime pass, so he can't win again. So I'm going to re-roll this for you, and we're going to pick a different winner. And obviously, if it's me, I will roll it again. So the re-roll comes to Rye Shackelford. Ohtani in the first, 394. Did not happen, but you have won. What did happen was you have won a free month of DFS from FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. So let me know you saw this. And then email me dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1 at gmail.com, with a username that you would like to use if you don't already have it on the website, and an email that is best for you. So congratulations again, Rye Shackelford. Come back tomorrow. You can continue to win until you win a lifetime pass. So that being said, we have a ton. If you've never been to the site, go there. The article is in the description of this video, along with our Discord, which we go over core plays, we go over value plays, ask questions. I'm trying to make it a great community. We've got everything on the screen. We've got player projections, simulations, Vegas odds, batter splits, BVP, stolen base targets, our cheat sheet, our prop bets, our DFS chalk, our ballpark ratings, our umpire factors, and a guide to show you the best type of optimal stacks for the number of games on the said slate. So definitely check all of that out. FTA Plus, $24.99 a month, plus sports betting. Today is the very last day. We will get rid of it after today. The yearly pass is normally $199. Use the promo code MLBVIP, all one word, all capital letters. Instead of $199, you will pay $75 today as the last day. So if you've been on the fence about it, I highly suggest jumping in now, because that coupon code will be gone once midnight hits. So that being said, it is 15 games. It's not a huge, looking overall the pitchers, it's not a ton that I love, which is wild, because we're the 4th day into the season, and the pitching's okay, and we'll talk about that. So first game, Reed Detmers versus Tyler Wells. We are not using the Angels. Apparently, after getting drubbed by Baltimore, Ron Washington had to call a team meeting after the second game. Supposedly, Aaron Hicks called out Mike Trout, which is wild. I don't know if that was a parody tweet. If that was a real thing, that is absolutely wild. Yeah, the Angels are terrible. They are bad. You want to take a pitcher against them. Again, baseball, anything can happen. I get that. But the Angels are very bad, and the Orioles are very good. I'm not using Detmers. I am looking at Baltimore bats. I'm looking at Tyler Wells. He's only faced 25 plate appearances, a 304 batting average. It doesn't matter. The Angels are very bad. They're off right now. So I would look at Tyler Wells. Or wait, is this... Okay, they don't have the Peacock game yet. Once we get into the season, the Peacock game will be the first game on the slate, and it's like 10 a.m., and it's not on anything. So we look at this. I mean, Mountcastle's 2 for 8. No one's hit a home run against him. Only 2 doubles here, which I'm okay with. But again, I mean, literally pick anyone on this Baltimore team to stack. Literally pick anyone. I want nothing to do with Detmers. I want everything to do with the Orioles bats, and I'll have some exposure to Tyler Wells. Braves versus Phillies. I don't know which Chris Sale we're going to get. Career-wise, he's faced him 93 times, 216 batting average, 38.7 K percentage. When Chris Sale is not hurt, he's fantastic. But when he gets hurt, he's obviously out. Phillies are a great hitting team as well. So bat-wise, I don't know where we could go wrong. Also forgot to tell you, we do simulations, and we do 10,000 simulations. And what I'm going to do is after we get done talking about the pitchers, we're going to look at the top. We're going to do the top 20 batters through 10,000 simulations. If you want to see the best ones after 20,000 simulations, check out all of this stuff on FTA+. So these will obviously be first off. So we do things a little bit differently. We go through each game, then we talk about the top 20 batters that we've got there. So Chris Sale, again, you don't know what you're going to get. He's 8,800 here. We can kind of look at what he did. We kind of know. Phillies, he faced him once last year, had a 4.50 ERA. But again, 6 innings. He's had success. The problem is Phillies, when they're on, they hit lefties quite well. Castellanos is 8 for 42 with 4 doubles. Merrifield 7 for 30 for 2 doubles, 1 triple. If he plays, he's a cheaper option. Real Muto against a lefty, 1 for 3 with a triple. Trey Turner I would look at. Alec Bohm I would look at. These are the bats I would look at. But I will have some exposure to Chris Sale. Flip side of that, Ranger Suarez, I don't want anything to do with him. I'm looking at all of the bats for the Braves. Acuna, Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies. Those are the bats that I would look at. You can find some cheaper bats like an Adam Duvall or Travis d'Arnaud. Those are cheaper bats if you want a Brave stack, but you obviously won't be able to afford all the big names. That's one way to go about it. Find the lower end guys there. But I'll have a little bit of exposure to Chris Sale. I don't think I'll have any Ranger Suarez. Again, I'm not, and I see these comments all the time. We've been doing this since 2014, been making videos since 2015. I'm not going to get every single pick right. I'm giving you my analysis for each game, the batters we like through simulations. Anything can happen. Like the opening day, the video, I said I kind of like the Tigers as a stack. They put up 1 run. It was 1-0. They got the W. Tariq Skubal was my favorite pitcher on the slate. Absolutely shoved. And then I get a comment that says, how about that Detroit stack? And I'm like, okay. But then he didn't come back and say all the other stacks that I gave that dominated. So if I got everything right, I would not be doing these videos, and I would be a billionaire from sports betting and DFS. It's not hard. It's really not hard. Anyway, Washington Nationals versus the Reds. We've got Jake Irvin versus Nick Martinez. I don't want anything to do with these pitchers. I would look at the bats. Obviously, we are looking at Cincy bats. That team is stacked right now. Spencer Steer, Encarnacio Strand, I would look at. Ellie De La Cruz, you would look at. I picked the wrong one. Depending, you could look at Tyler Stevenson. I don't know if he'll be in there. Jonathan India. You could look at Jake Fraley. I don't mind these. Cincy, I think, could be a sneaky stack today. I just don't want anything to do with either of these pitchers. And that's saying a lot because there's not a ton of great pitchers here. So that's my thought in this game. No pitching. I would look at the Reds bats here for sure. You could even maybe look at the Washington bats. CJ Abrams jumps out to me the most. Josh Bell as well. Blue Jays versus Tampa Bay. So I love Kevin Gausman. He's a fantastic pitcher. They thought maybe he'd go the IL. He's now making the 3rd game start. He had a shoulder problem in spring training. He got through whatever. My problem is he is the most expensive pitcher on the slate here at 9,800. And I don't know if he's going to be on a pitch count because he did have a shoulder problem. So career-wise, 58 plate appearances against Tampa Bay, 208 batting average, 22.4 K percentage. He's done well against them. My problem is paying up that much, and if he doesn't go deep into the game. And right now, there's no pitch count being talked about. throughout the day, maybe that changes. So that is definitely something to pay attention to. Maybe the notes change, or maybe you need to go find a beat. That's the difference between some of the other sports. For baseball, if you got Twitter/X, you need to follow the beat writers for all of these teams, because they will let you know, hey, Gossman's on a 50 pitch count or whatever. And then we'll go from there. Flip side of that, Sean Armstrong is a long relief pitcher, an opener, and I hate that because it's very hard to go around, but I'm still looking at bats in this game. Toronto bats, Kevin Biggio, George Springer, okay, Vlad, Bo Bichette. These are the guys I want to look at here. I just don't know who to trust because I don't know how long either of these pitchers are going to be in the game. Tampa Bay-wise, let's say they pull Gausman quick. Arozarena, I believe he had a home run yesterday. Would be looking at Jose Siri. Isaac Paredes, I'm okay with. Ahmed Rosario, if he starts, 3 for 9 with 2 home runs. He's been good. Yandy Diaz, 2 for 5 with a home run against Gausman as well. Paredes has 1 home run as well. So I love Gausman. I just don't know if I can pull the trigger at his price, knowing he did have a throwing shoulder problem and really didn't pitch in spring training much. That's what scares me. Pirates versus the Marlins. I kind of like Trevor Rogers has been good. Like, he was bad last year, hurt, good a couple of years ago. Pirates are kind of sneaky right now. I would be focusing on neither of these pitchers. We see Marlins only 27 plate appearances, so obviously haven't seen a ton, but a 440 batting average. Then we see Trevor Rogers, 345 batting average against him. So looking at I guess Josh Bell is on the Marlins, not on Washington. My bad. Josh Bell against Bailey Falter, 5 for 6 with a double and 2 home runs. Batting .833, obviously very small sample size, but dominating. Brian De La Cruz, 3 for 7 with 2 home runs. Avisel Garcia, 1 for 4 with a home run. Jake Berger, 1 for 2 with a home run. These are all great picks. Wouldn't mind Jesus Sanchez. Wouldn't mind Jazz either. I think the Marlins will be a sneaky stack that not many will be on. Flip side of that, the Pirates have been really good. Andrew McCutchen against Trevor Rogers, 6 for 12 with a double and 3 home runs. He sees the ball very well. And if we look at McCutchen, he is 4,100. So he's kind of up there. But 4,100, I don't mind Kutch. Connor Joe, 1 for 4 with a double. I don't mind him. I don't mind Cabrian Hayes. I don't mind Brian Reynolds. These are guys that I'm looking at right now. So under the radar stacks, I think 2 of them are both the Pirates and the Marlins today. Brewers at the Mets, Colin Ray versus Tyler Meagle. The Mets are metting right now. They're not looking good. It's going to be a long season for the Mets. If you are a Mets fan, I do apologize. I know there's at least one of you that are watching this video that have commented, "Let's go Mets," a couple of times. Hasn't worked out. The Brewers just look like a better team. I don't think I want either of these pitchers, but I will be looking at Milwaukee bats. Probably not the Mets bats, but Milwaukee, Willy Adames, Christian Yelich, William Contreras, Rhys Hoskins. This is a game you need to watch. I will 100% bet you anything Rhys Hoskins gets hit today. There will be balls thrown at them. We saw the slide opening day. They took exception to it. Then on Saturday, they threw, and the bench is cleared there. Then on Saturday, they threw behind Rhys Hoskins by his head. I believe bench is cleared yet again. Something's happening. Something will happen in this game. You will see. But yeah, I still, as long as he's in there, Rhys Hoskins hit a nuke shot the other day, Saturday. Would be looking at him for sure. So the Milwaukee is a stack. I think if the Mets go down in this game, they throw at Rhys. Not even a question, for sure. Twins versus the Royals. This is a pitcher's park. Bailey Ober, 61 plate appearances, 273 batting average against him. Brady Singer is one of those pitchers. He's hot or cold. Career-wise, 101 plate appearances against the Twins, a 311 batting average. I'll take a little bit of exposure to Bailey Ober in tournaments. I'm not looking at him in cash. But if any of the bats have had success against him, I mean, Bobby Witt's 5 for 11 with a triple and a home run, so Bobby Witt would be a great option there. Vinny Pasquantino, we could look at him. He'll be a cheaper option. Michael Garcia, I don't mind. MJ Melendez, Salvador Perez, if you want to go in that order. And then the Twins bats against Brady Singer that have had success. Got to take it while they're here. Max Kepler, 5 for 20 with 3 doubles and 2 home runs. So every single hit Max Kepler has had against Brady Singer was an extra base hit. Correa, 5 for 12 with 2 doubles. I would take him. Willie Castro's a cheaper option, 4 for 16 with a home run. Byron Buxton, 7 for 13 with 2 doubles and 2 home runs, batting .538. You want to take some Buxton there. Those would be the bats. Edward Julian, I don't mind. Those would be the bats that I would be for sure looking at. Don't think I'm going to have either pitcher. I'd rather take the bats in this one. Detroit Tigers versus the White Sox. Jack Flaherty versus Eric Fetty-Wap. I'm looking at Flaherty because the White Sox have looked just as bad. They've looked bad. Flaherty scares me, though. He's only faced 24 plate appearances at .091. But again, I don't know what Flaherty we're going to get. We're going to get the stud Flaherty for the Cardinals early in his career, or we're going to get the dud Flaherty that we kind of saw with Baltimore a little bit, with St. Louis a little bit too. So that's what scares me. I would rather look at the bats. And, I mean, Eric Fetty's only faced 17 plate appearances, probably one person. No, it's 4. Mark Canha just sees the ball very well out of him, 5 for 7 with a home run. Javi Baez, 4 for 6 with a double and 2 home runs. I mean, if you want to go cheap, how cheap is Baez? 3,400, cheap option. It's been bad. It's so weird how quick that he just dropped off after getting traded from the Cubs. Like, he was a beast, and now he's the least. Gio, 1 for 2 with a double. I don't know if Gio will be there. Depends on who's there. Kerry Carpenter, I would look at a little bit as well. And you'll see that once we get through the simulations. I'm not looking at Fetty. Obviously, the bats that would make sense would be Luis Robert Jr. For them would be... but again, they haven't really had success. Yeah, he hasn't even faced them before. So you could look at Luis Robert Jr. You could look at... honestly, there's not much. I think I kind of like Jack Flaherty here for pitching. And he is 8,900. So he's up there in price. So, yeah. Flaherty, for sure. One of my top pitching options. And then some Tigers bats here. Then we move to the Yankees versus Astros. The Yankees took the series. They started 3-0. First time they started 3-0 since 2003. They've looked really good. They start off the game slow, but then they come on strong later towards the game. Clark Schmidt, 23 plate appearances, 150. I do like Clark Schmidt here. A cheaper option tournament, I'm okay with. SP2 for sure. JP France, the way the Yankees have been going, I don't know if I can take him. The Yankees bats, obviously, you're looking at Juan Soto. Aaron Judge has started off slow. Rizzo's started off slow. Gleyber Torres has started off slow. Stanton hit a home run, got rest because he wasn't going to play the outfield on Saturday. He should be in the game. Judge should be playing center. Soto should be in there. We talked about John Birdie possibly playing, but Oswaldo Cabrera has been absolutely on fire right now. Let's see if it's updated from Saturday yet. Nope. Why are his stats not updating? Yeah. Friday he went 4 for 5 with a double and 3 RBIs, and Friday 7-1 win. Saturday he had another home run. Yeah, I don't know why the stats aren't updating. Oswaldo Cabrera at 2,900 is a steal. In a Yankee stack. I would look at Judge. I would look at Soto. I would look at Cabrera. He should be in there. He's been absolutely on fire. We're getting all these guys. Volpe, he had a home run as well. These are the guys that I would be looking at. Stanton as well. A Yankee stack plus Clark Schmidt hopefully prints money today. The Astros just have looked like they've scored early, but then the bullpen has faltered. So if you want to look at them, obviously Yordan, I would look at. Kyle Tucker's looked lost up there, but he's good. He's a fantastic hitter. Altuve as well Like, these are the bats. McCormick, if he's in there, just depends on who's going to be playing the outfield completely for the Astros. So I do like Clark Schmidt for tournaments or SP2. I do like stacking the Yankees in this one. Cubs at the Rangers is next. Jordan Wicks versus John Gray. Jordan Wicks has never faced anyone on this team. They are very good. Tournament-wise, I'm okay. If you've been with us since last season, you know that I love taking a pitcher that's never faced anyone before because they don't know what to look for. But tournament-wise, that's where you don't know. So we look at pitchers. He's probably down here at the bottom or close. Is he not? Am I not seeing it? Wicks. He's 80. He's 8,500. Jordan Wicks is 1,000 more than Clark Schmidt. Jordan Wicks had a 4.41 ERA last year, and he's 8,500 against Texas with massive righties that hit well. Adolis Garcia, Marcus Semien, Jung. Like, no. I'm not paying that. I take back what I said. A Texas stack is what I would look at. Yeah. John Gray, on the other end, 6'6", plate appearance, 288. I'm okay with John Gray, tournament-wise. John Gray costs 7,700. So you're telling me that Jordan Wicks is more expensive than Clark Schmidt, John Gray, Tyler Wells against LA. That is wild to me. That is absolutely wild to me. I'm not taking Wicks. I'm taking pretty much a Texas stack. Look at the righties, whoever's in there, take those. John Gray tournaments, I'm okay with, especially at that price, considering he's cost less than Jordan Wicks. Then we got the Guardians versus the Athletics. Tanner Bibby let us down yesterday. Carlos Carrasco versus Paul Blackburn. Carrasco, it's hard to tell. Again, you always want to take a pitcher against Oakland in Oakland as a tournament. If he goes deep into the game. Carrasco, Cookie, when he was on, he was a fantastic pitcher. Then he got cancer, got hurt, came back. So it just depends on what we're looking at here. I don't want Paul Blackburn. I do want Guardians. Jose Ramirez is at the top of my list. Shouldn't be a question. 7 for 13. I didn't even see his number. 7 for 13 with 3 doubles and a triple. I don't mind him at all. Andres Jimenez, tournament. Josh Naylor should be in this game. He doesn't play against lefties, but he's 3 for 5 against Blackburn. We could look at him. I don't mind him. I don't mind Austin Hedges as well. So I don't want Blackburn. I will take Carrasco in tournaments. I will take Cleveland as a stack. Then we got the Rockies of the Diamondbacks. We got Ryan Feltner versus Brandon Pfaadt. Probably looking at Pfaadt here, or Fought, however you say his name. I would like that. Again, this is Coors Field Jr., so runs are aplenty there. We saw that the other day. And this is the thing. Like, these games are not even... It's an afternoon slate. With DraftKings, instead of, like, a full day, it's an afternoon, which is whatever. I would look at Arizona bats. You could also look at Colorado bats, too, because they did put up, like... right now it's 9-4. So they put up 9 runs on Arizona. But looking at the bats that we'd look at against Feltner, Jock Peterson, lefty on righty matchup, I don't mind. Christian Walker's actually 4 for 4 with 2 doubles and a home run. Love that. Ketel Marte, I would look at Corbin Carroll. If he hits home runs, good. If he gets on base, steals bases, even better. I would look at that. Alec Thomas is a tournament option. I don't mind. And then Colorado bats, if you're not going with Fat here. Nolan Jones makes sense, 1 for 1 with a double. Excuse me. Brendan Rodgers, Tovar had a home run as well. Ryan McMahon, you want to go cheaper? Brenton Doyle's 2 for 2 with a triple. So those would be what I'd look at in this game. Then we got the Red Sox and the Mariners. Garrett Whitlock versus Bryce Miller. Whitlock, 17 plate appearances, 353. Miller, 15 plate appearances, 385. I don't think I want either of these pitchers. I would look at bats, though. So Mariners bats that make sense to me in this one. Ty France, I don't mind. J.P. Crawford. Julio Rodriguez is 2 for 2. No one's hit a home run against him. Jorge Polanco would be another one. And then the flip side, Bryce Miller, the Red Sox bats. Devers, I would look at Devers against him. I would look at Yoshida. I would look at Tristan Casas. I would look at Reese McGuire, the Dollar Tree parking lot bandit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're new to baseball, or you've got a very innocent mind. But if you have no idea who Reese McGuire is, my only homework for you today is Google on it, maybe even on incognito browser, Reese McGuire parking lot. And then come back and leave a, and that could be your comment for the day. Let me know let me know your thoughts on that. Anyway, that's what I would still look at. Devers, Yoshida, Casas, Reese McGuire, you could look at there. I bet Reese, if he gets a hold of that ball, he's going to crank down hard for a home run. Crank it out of the park. Giants at the Padres, you never like to see the Giants not have a pitcher listed, but it's going to, they're calling up Dalton Jeffries. Obviously, not pitch against them. Wouldn't take him. Well, I guess you could at 4,000. Don't know if he's going to be stretched out. That's the problem. Yeah, so he could get additional spots until Blake Snell's ready. So Dalton Jeffries at 4,000 feels like a free square for this afternoon. Michael King, on the other hand, looked really good for the Yankees last year. Now got called over. Would like this if it was in San Francisco, but I'll take a little bit of run on Michael King. So we look at Michael King. Obviously didn't face any of these guys. Faced San Francisco once last year. 1.2 innings pitched, so he was out of the bullpen. 10.8 ERA, 2 earned runs. So in this game, I think a free square would be Dalton Jeffries for sure. I think it's, honestly, in my opinion, it's probably Dalton Jeffries and Carrasco, and then you could build around that. A 4-game slate would be a tournament slate. And then the bats, obviously, for San Diego, Tatis, Machado, it really just depends on Cronenworth, Ha-Seong Kim. It'll depend on the lineup that comes out. So there you have it. Those are all of the games that we've covered. This game is the Sunday night football game. Sunday night ESPN baseball game of the week. You can't play it on there unless you play the single game. Steven Matz has been bad. Dodgers good. Mookie Betts, Freeman. I mean, literally the Dodgers. Look at them to just stack against Matz. I have no doubt about that. We're not going to cover it, though, because we can't play it. So those are the breakdowns of the games. I'm going to give you right now, if we look at the ballpark, so looking through the simulations, the park factors, Great American Ballpark has a fantastic option, or odds for hits and home runs as the main one. Kauffman Stadium is a pitcher's park, but the wind's blowing out. That's basically it. There's no other ones that jump out. So we are going to give you the games, the projected home run total is 36.9 home runs over these 14 games. Through the simulations, Minute Maid Park, the Yankees and Houston, it's giving the edge to New York Yankees. Dodger Stadium against the Cardinals, obviously giving the Dodgers a pretty substantial lead for home runs. Would look at them. Again, Mookie Betts. Wouldn't be surprised if Mookie Betts leads a game off with a home run. Guaranteed Rate Field, number 3, Detroit over Chicago. Number 4 is Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati for home runs. And then Kauffman Stadium, Kansas City actually over Minnesota for home runs there. So we are now going to give you the top 20 players through 10,000 simulations. And these can change after 20, but these are the top 20 pitchers, or top 20 batters on the slate through 10,000 simulations. Number 1 is Aaron Judge. Number 2 is Kerry Carpenter. 3 is Rafael Devers. 4 is Riley Green. 5 is Spencer Torkelson. 6 is Juan Soto. 7 is Vinny Pasquantino. 8 is Will Benson. 9 is Brian De La Cruz. 10 is Wilson Contreras. 11 is Brendan Donovan. 12 is Adley Rutschman. 13 is Jose Ramirez. 14 is Max Kepler. 15 is Anthony Santander. 16 is Josh Naylor. 17 is Seth Brown. 18 is Nick Martini. 19 is Bo Naylor. And 20 is Mark Hanna. Those are the top 20 right now. Those could change. That is why I tell you, go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Check out everything we have on the site. All of these should help you bring home the bacon there. And that's what I've got. Hopefully it helped you out. Hopefully you had let me know how you did Saturday. Hopefully you had a great Saturday like we did. And hopefully your Sunday is even better and more profitable. And you're swimming in the green. That's what I've got. Good luck. And as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.